Phineas Fiddleheads. Welcome to AOAS. I'm Phineas Ambrose Ashcroft III, man of leisure, coming to you live, as opposed to dead, for my first Omnicast of 2021. Being a historian, I tend to live in the past, and so let's take a look at way back then. If we were in 1479, today the Greeks would enter Troy using the legendary Trojan horse. In 1800, U.S. Library of Congress establishes its allocation of $5,000. In 1833, Jacob Everett and George Dully patent the first soda fountain. In 1872, the volcano Mount Vesuvius erupts in Italy. In 1888, Eastman Kodak is founded by George Eastman. Despite the rumors to the contrary, his granddaughter was not the Eastman who married a beetle. A cockroach, maybe. In 1898, Spain declares war after rejecting the U.S. ultimatum to withdraw from Cuba. Let's leave the rest of the turn of the century and just move on then, shall we? For today's Straight from the Art segment, I'll read an excerpt from Portals in Prose, in Verse Anthology. The selection is from My Treasured Portal by Cheryl Turner. The portal opens with a swoosh, as all portals should. My husband never hears it, but our dog Gracie always does. She awakens from napping in her favorite spot, ready for action. We step through. We are transported. We are on the other side now. It is an early morning and we are greeted by a cool breeze. The earth is still damp from the overnight dew. I open the front gate and we hear a slight groan from the hinges. Gracie looks at me, head cocked to one side. Does she think the gate is alive? Is this realm anything could be possible? I certainly wouldn't want this reliable old gate to suffer. I make a mental note to apply some oil when we get back. Our journey begins on a U-shaped path. Gracie loves to trot around the half circle. I, on the other hand, cut straight across to join her on the other side. On my way, I stop to say hello to my neighbor. She is busy tending to her garden. I love seeing all the well-tended gardens in our community. It gives me a sense of peace. There is a certain tranquility here in this realm known as the Tesoros. I theorize the people who live here are gardeners, carpenters, and painters because they are always performing maintenance on their dwellings every morning as we pass. The treasures here are not gold and silver, but the real worth lies in the people who dwell here. Like a bee, Gracie is busy sniffing every flower, bush, and blade of grass. I am never sure of what she is looking for, but she had flushed out many little creatures. This day, I see 2 lizards and a bird scatter. I am sure I heard unrepeatable expletives as they hurried to find another bush to take shelter in. It's brilliant. She means them no harm. However, I can't help but think that the poor little things must be terrified when her giant furry head gets too close. The next dwelling, a quaint cottage, has a gnome in residence in their gardens. He glares at Gracie as we pass. He obviously is not a fan. Perhaps he witnessed the ruckus in the last bush we stopped by. I am in Turin, so I too am taking in every green and flowery thing. I am at home among the flora and the fauna. To my delight, these hikes through our realm have brought us close to the occasional woodland creature. We see soaring hawks, furry rabbits, quarrelsome squirrels, rambunctious raccoons, and potentially odoriferous skunks. We are aware that coyotes and bobcats live in the hills above us. We give them their distance and respect. They return the favor. Occasionally, I see a fairy tale creature come out of the corner of my eye. When I turn to look squarely at it, it has vanished. Did I imagine it? I look at Gracie for confirmation. She is watching something unseen by me. Her vision of this elusive being is more keener than mine. For this reason, I have chosen the Elephant Terrace for my Gracie as well. For more of the story, access the copy of the anthology via the link in the description box below. A friendly Amazonian will be happy to take your money. Well, is there really such a thing as a happy Amazonian? Now, in event news, Joy, our local DIM-Q plenipotentiary, has asked me to say a little bit about the upcoming Houdini Historicity event. Now, my friends, it's something that's very interesting. I had a fabulous time working on Messages from Beyond, but we decided to take it a little bit of a step forward. We decided we'd do something nice and light for the summertime. And so, we are going to be spending an evening together discussing a biographical journey into the life of Houdini. And as we will doing it, we're going to have some interesting magic will be happening. So please think about joining us. I hope to see you soon on there. Now, I've also been asked to talk about paranormal pursuits, which is something that I've created for the Ocademy. And the reason we decided to do that is a lot of people ask about the paranormal, especially after I got done doing Messages from Beyond. And as refreshing as it is always nice to actually be able to cover a lot of subjects at one time. And so, we put together the little lecture series that would hopefully get you into a new idea of what the paranormal is and perhaps how you can experience it yourself. Now, Whimsicalocious, the Ocademy's arts nonprofit, is still looking for a few recipes to include in its upcoming cookbook. Share a recipe, share a story, make someone smile. Yes, I am actually going to submit a recipe myself. It is actually from a special trader of mine. His name is Joe. I hope you'll enjoy it. Now, some of the nonsense that you can look forward to and celebrating in the upcoming week. World Penguin Day. It's actually a favorite of the folks at the Four Seasons Tea Room. Hug an Australian Day. National Pretzel Day. Richter Scale Day. International Astronomy Day. Great Poetry Reading Day. International Dance Day. Shrimp Scampi Day. Zipper Day. Arbor Day, last Friday of the month. Hairstyle Appreciation Day. National Honesty Day. Mahjong Day. Morse Code Day. Tell a Story Day. And Pig in a Blanket Day. That concludes today's Omnicast. For station AOAS, I'm Phineas Ambrose Ashcroft III. See you on the other side. Chere ste son.